the simple act of creativity is really good for humans. So like really if you're like trying to duplicate another artist's work and learning from that, like that's great. Like just do whatever you can to be creative. Like it's not.
Welcome to Color Me Happy podcast. I'm your host, Brandi Hofer. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful for your time, and I'm excited for you to dive into these raw and authentic conversations with creatives from around the world. Be sure to pop this in your ear when you're working in the studio and you need a friend, or if you're having your morning coffee, or if you're going on a walk. All good things to, get inspired through authentic conversation with other creatives. We ultimately want you to see your everyday ordinary as extraordinary and really tap into the idea that creativity is power, and we want to see you grow. Be sure to join our Color Me Happy community, follow Color Me Happy podcast on Instagram and Brandi Hofer Studios to stay tuned, and feel free to reach out anytime. We're happy to chat. Let's get started.
Yeah, well, I'm on the East Coast now, but I lived for a long time on the West Coast. But yeah, New York is a lot. All the energy and the noise. I think like being in my studio, it's like this comfy, safe place for me. So
Absolutely.
Like, it's like I come here and I spend a lot of time here, and it kind of helps me just like settle down. But I didn't know if it would be too much for me because I really like nature and get a lot of like energy from being in nature. But actually, I'm really enjoying New York. It's been great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. So the reason I went was to meet up with like other art queens like that. I don't know if you've heard of them, but like a Katerina Popova with Create Magazine.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and Victoria with the Visionary Art Collective, and so we all just met up, and then I met Juliana Neufel. She's from Brazil, and then she married someone while she was at New York, like during that trip, and like so it was tons of fun. But yeah, I was like, because I can't hear anything except a breeze right now, so like I would just collapse. I'd be like, I can't do this city. Like people were nice, but like they definitely like zone everything out. Like they're in their own, it's so crazy world, right? And I think you have to be, or you get overstimulated. And I just didn't have defenses up because I'm like, I'm here in New York.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. Hello, hi. They were just like, who the fuck is trying to look me in the eye right now? Right?
It's a big, intense city, and yeah.
Yeah. So when did you move there?
It's like I got my studio in April of this year. But I left LA to come back to New York at the beginning of 2024, but I ended up basically doing a lot of artist residencies in 2024. Yeah. And then in 2025, I was like, I just need to get a more permanent studio space, and I wanted to be in New York. I grew up really close to here, like right outside of the city. So it's my whole family is here, and it's very
so it's like home to you.
yeah, it's very familiar. Yeah.
So what brought you to LA then?
Since I grew up here in New York, I just was like, I grew up in the suburbs, so it's not exciting like the city. And I was just like, I don't know why would I live in this part of the country when I could live in California? Like
it's warm.
Yeah, it just seems a lot better. So, and I think the weather is a lot better, like it's way better. So yeah, after I graduated from college, I moved to the Bay Area, and then after being in the Bay for about 5 years, I realized like that LA would be a better place to really pursue my career how I wanted to without coming back to New York. And then after 7 years in LA, I realized that I needed to come to New York for a number of reasons. Yeah, maybe it was just my age and time of my life that I felt like I needed to like go back to where I was from as well. But I'm actually really liking it. And you meet like like you were saying, like the people that you met up with, there's just like so many people doing interesting things here that it's like the people really make New York such an exciting place. So like, yeah, the weather is not as good as LA or the Bay Area, but the people are pretty amazing. And then
So it's the community aspect that's really hitting it. Well, for creatives, it's like even what you talked about last night, like tell everyone about last night. Like that can happen from like going out one night or going for coffee and you're like, oh, hey, I know this person. Oh, hey, well, I'm an artist or I'm a photographer and let's do that then. Right? Do you know what I mean? Those connections.
yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, the person who has the clothing company, his clothing company prints at the same studio that I work at. So there's a whole screen printing facility here, and his company's name is called Moon World, and I think their clothes are so cool. It's all one of a kind screen printed garments, so each one is unique. And I have a background in screen printing too, so like I just like understand the process and like um, the technique. And yeah, we just I'm going to be showing work at the store's opening at the World Trade Center November 1st, and we were just doing like an impromptu photo shoot. But yeah, I've met really cool people at my studio, and then whatever friends you have, and I think it just the momentum just picks up more and more. So
Right. I think there is like a sense of, and then there's like people who are walking around and like stopping places and going to see shows. And maybe I'm making it sound more romantic than it is, but like that also doesn't happen in places like my favorite cities in the world, like Montreal and Quebec. Like I would meet people and then I'd become friends with them and then we bike around and then they'd be like, oh, we're building a spaceship for a movie. Come see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that neat stuff happens. And if no one's like literally walking around and interacting and making eye contact and that doesn't happen as organically. Whereas like that's why I love podcasting. It's when I'm more organized, but that's why I love podcasting because I don't live in a place where we have an awesome community, but like that's how I meet up with, for example, like if someone's doing something that you want to do, like Jean Oliver I met yesterday, she's in the US, but she does like these amazing retreats around the world. And she sat with me after we met a lot of times and we're friends, but she sat with me and she's like, this is like what you need to do and how you can do it better. And like, that's the cool thing about creative community and the fact that you can be online. But I think there's also something to be said about like that bigger city community experience where you can like make something really big happen. So I'm going to talk about your work and like you said you had a background in screen printing, but also like did it start at 2D and like go into installation or like how did it evolve?
I think that like initially when I was in college, right, I was able to like mix together different mediums. The program that I was in was very much like about expanding art and yeah, it was just like a very in ways like art school was constrictive because you had to like talk about your whole process like in my opinion way too much, but I get it.
Yeah.
Like I mean I really do get it because like I apply to a lot of things. I have to describe my work a lot, but it's just like my process is very intuitive. It's a really spiritual part of my life that like the those things I can I can figure it out. I can you know, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so to answer your question, like I think initially when I was in college, I was like experimenting different ways, creating environments, thinking about like different ways for paintings to be experienced, right? Because like why just like on the wall, maybe they can be like things that you walk into, spaces that you walk into. So yeah, I think that was it initially, wanting to create like immersive paintings. And I'm just like consistently drawn to different mediums. And then it's like every medium that I learn, I'll like integrate into my work. So like screen printing was something that I got into in college. And then like, I'd create drawings and then turn them into prints and then use them to create my painted pieces. And I still do a lot of screen printing, and it's really good for like large scale work and creating patterns. And then, yeah, lately I've been doing a lot of like embroidery and tufting, and these processes kind of take a really long time. I've been working slowly lately, but
I know.
yeah.
I did it for one collection, and I was like, I'm never gonna fucking do this again. I am not a sit stiller. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then loading the tools, and it's definitely cool. I like, have you posted anything like that? Like, people should definitely like check out your work. It's absolutely stunning, and it's very immersive and very like it draws you in, and it's so beautiful. So like, have you like shown that yet, or is that like to come? Did we get a sneak peek at the what's coming next?
Yeah, I'm always posting updates. So there's yeah, I try to keep it consistent and relevant. Yeah.
Are you so tired from last night? I feel like you're like,
I'm a little bit tired.
yeah.
I usually
okay.
a lot and don't stay up super late, but it's okay.
I'm a stickler for that routine. You're probably like, oh, a podcast on the worst day of all days. It fell here. So sorry. That's okay. We'll make it like short and fun and sweet, and everyone can learn some things about you and then be satisfied. So no worries there. What is coming up for you other than the like collaboration and with your guy in the World Trade Center?
Yes. Yeah, with Moon World clothing, I'll have like a number of pieces up at the World Trade Center, and it will open. It's at this space called the Oculus, and there's going to be well, for the opening there will be a photo booth and an installation, a little installation, a few new pieces. Yeah, the opening, maybe you can include a link for the opening, but it's on the 1st. There will be an opening party. Yeah, there's a DJ, somebody giving live tattoos. Like, it should be pretty fun.
Cool.
Have an also at the same time starting I'm at an artist residency at Hortus Arboretum, it's in upstate New York, and it's a week-long residency, and I'll be drawing new plant images to then turn into screen prints. So I'm really excited to just like take in some new nature. Like I was saying before, I lived in California for a long time and most of my adult life. So then like a lot of the screen printed images that I have is kind of like more from that part of the country. So I wanted to make new images that just like based off of plants here, and I'll just like draw plants, and then they turn into screen prints, and then like they become like bigger works. So it's like everything that I make, like even though you might like go into a whole room or it like you see like the finished product, it's like a lot of like little pieces that like build up, and everything's handmade. So yeah, so that residency is coming up. And then there's a few other things, but I don't want to share them yet.
Well, you'll just have to come back.
Yeah.
and update us and have your coffee and be ready. It'll be good. Are there any artists that inspired your process, like had a deep impact on like the way you work or the aesthetic style of the way you work?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot. I don't feel like I'm the best at like dropping names of particular artists. I mean, there's a lot who I really love. And then I'll just like, see parts of people's work and be like, oh, I really like that and resonate with that. And I think it's just kind of like little bits.
Yeah, I have like a big saved file and I'm just like, oh, but I've got to try acrylics again. Oh, I've got to try it. And then I kind of get like super like carried away and I'm like, oh, actually, like focus, you got a lot of stuff to do. But like it is cool. Like I love Austin Kleon's book, like Steal Like an Artist. I think it's for anyone starting out, like to try your hand at someone else's creativity and like it'll never turn out the same anyway. So I think there's a lot to be said for that. And I think a lot of people don't think they should, or that they should be like, oh, I loved Klimt, or like your work like reminds me a little bit of Gaudi when I was in Spain, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people are so afraid, like, oh, well, that looks a lot like, well, I was 22 and I was in school figuring something out, like, no big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Like
And
there's so many, people who are kind of like haters in a way.
yeah.
And you're just like, I was just experimenting and learning and growing, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look exactly like I don't have real gold, you know?
Yeah, I think like just the simple act of creativity is really good for humans. So like really if you're like, trying to duplicate another artist's work and learning from that, like that's great. Like just do whatever you can to be creative. Like it's not, like
Something sacred.
just like the act of creativity. And yeah, both like Gaudi and Klimt, like those are like two of like many artists that like I've looked at and just been like, oh, like, their work is beautiful and you can look at it and like just get so much inspiration. And also like whether consciously or unconsciously, we're all drawing from this like collective creative pool, and we're all connected organisms, like so yeah.
We're all human. We all came from the same, like, and I think like working collectively in that mindset. And I love how your work is that like interactive and inviting, but also, but very unique to you. Okay, some quick questions for you. Do you love coffee or tea? Like, what is your main go-to drink?
I like coffee. Yeah.
Well, coffee comes in many forms. Let's hear more about it.
I mean, I'm not like crazy particular. Like I usually make like a cup of pour over in the morning, like, and yeah, I do morning pages every day. So like I'll have my coffee and do morning pages, and then yeah, I've been mixing like simple protein powder into my coffee too, which gives me an extra boost as well. Tea is great too, but just yeah, earlier in the day I like coffee, but I like also can kind of drink coffee at any time of the day and it's okay.
Oh my gosh, I cannot like go past 2:30. My husband's that way too, and I'm just like, I will die if I will be up till 3 a.m. Is your blood type O? No, I don't know. It has nothing to do with it. Okay, so
that's
like
interesting thesis. So like with the type of blood you have.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Well, a lot of my creative friends are like me. Like, I'm just like genuinely a geek about it. I'm just like, I'm just curious because it like I like my sister and my dad can put literally anything in their body and it doesn't like affect them at all. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why? And like, then all my marathoner friends, and I have a female friend who's a boxer, and they're all O's. And I'm like, I feel like these O's can like push their bodies to this like crazy maximum. And my son's an O, and he doesn't stop. Like, I'm like, where's your like I'm tired button? Like, and I'm A, and I'm super sensitive to like food, and I need sleep, and I'm creative. And then all my muralist like buddies who I paint with, they're A too. And I'm like, I feel like creatives are A's. And I have one son who's an A, and he chills and he's creative. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day my theory will catch it. It'll be the blood type art Bible or something.
Yeah, like what can you tell based on your blood type? I'm not sure what mine is, but now
not a lot of people know, but I want to know, and then just message me, please.
I need to look into it because it like, you know, it might be like, yeah, when you find out like, I don't know, your zodiac sign or whatever, like
I do get made fun of. My one muralist buddy is like, it sounds like zodiac. And I was like, no, I like actually think like they say that like for A's, walking and yoga and like being alone recharges you, but like being around tons of people, like O's are recharged by others.
wow.
And yeah, like the only people I know who can run 50K.
O is like the universal donor too, right?
Like a receiver and donor, O positive and O negative. We lost everyone on the blood type conversation.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Is it live?
Everyone send me your it's not.
Okay.
Everyone send me your blood type so I can like is it an artist thing? I just want to know, okay? That's it. Like, I'm just so curious. Okay. One final question sponsored by Red Bicycle Communications. If you had unlimited funds for your community for one day, what would you do with them?
If I had unlimited funds for my community
for one day, what would you do?
Unlimited funds for my community for one day. Yeah. You got to do a lot in one day. Like we have to get a lot going. You think like, because what would really give like, well, it would be nice for like everybody to become a homeowner. So like, yeah, we don't need any more like landlords. We can all just like become homeowners. Yeah. And then I guess like if there's like medical debt, like paying that off. We have a lot of those issues in the US.
Yeah, come here. We'll take you. Come
on. Yeah, maybe also like making sure everybody has like funds for college, like all the kids, like just like investing a lot into education, into for just universally, because that just makes us all really safe and supported as a community for education to exist. So God, I'm gonna have to get like really smart people to like do this. Have to be like, let's like give the teachers like really good incomes and stipends. Like today, they need to get paid. Yeah. It's like 20 years today.
Make up for that, overtime. You know what? Megan Roy came on this week too, and she had a very similar answer. So I really love how giving and open-minded the creatives are to like helping out the world. And like, it's obviously a government system, but we won't get into that. But like, I love how Ireland started this project where they pay artists weekly, and it's like increased the whole economy over like, I don't know, a 5-year period or something crazy. I gotta look up the real stats, but like it's making like crazy headway. Like,
Yeah.
they've done well. So just saying. But there's a lot more, like, yeah, teachers and healthcare and all
Yeah.
the stuff that you just need, like, because it
Yeah.
feels, I'm sure, paralyzing and debilitating and all those things. Okay, we won't get too dark, but it was such a pleasure meeting you. I want to have you back on and hear about your future adventures, and I hope you have the best day. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Brandi.
Oh, where can everyone find you? Give everyone a...
So yeah, you can just follow me on Instagram. It's pretty updated regularly. So it's Laurie Shapiro Art. Same thing for my website. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, lovely. See you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Wait, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Brandi Hofer Studios anytime. I'm happy to chat. That's where I sit. And I'm so glad you're here, and I cannot wait for you to dive in. So give us a like and subscribe, and check the rest of our channel.
If you want to feel empowered and inspired, like and subscribe for more. And if you want to get creative, check out all our art hacks on this channel.